Realizing all the reviews I've done on pfSense, I said, wow, I've never actually reviewed one of the actual Netgate devices. And if you don't know, Netgate's the company that's kind of the hardware vendor that helps support the pfSense project. And they make some really nice products. Now, they're a little bit more money than some of the other ones, but you get what you pay for. If you want really high quality, you want to put this in somewhere where you're going to say, this is going to run for the next however many years. I want good support. I want to know compatibility with the software I'm running on it, specifically pfSense. These are great boxes for that. This is an SG-2440, and I didn't even really open it yet. This is the generic looking box that they send it in, and I'll just slide that over there. And this is how it comes, just kind of, shrink wrap to this. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. Not big on unboxing. I'll just rip it apart. And we can take a look at the box itself and all the accessories that come with it. Not that there's really much here. So it's not going to be a real long review. So, I'll get this out of the way. Box itself is all metal and really nice. It's the finish on it. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't look cheap. Really nice quality on it. The other thing is that the heatsink inside here, as you can see, take a look down inside of it, big heatsink for dissipating the heat. Now the whole thing is not a heatsink like some of the other ones I've done, but this is a well-made board with a large heatsink with the Atom processor. Now, we're going to take a quick look inside this box next, but you will notice it does not have a port on there for VGA, because they do give you a standard USB console cable and a console port on this, and that's the only way you get into these is through either console or through the web interface. They come default with the latest version of pfSense with the ready to be set up. They do have a reset button and a couple status lights on it, but overall they're pretty straightforward and simple. Now, when you're looking at these, they are really quality in terms of, because you're getting them right from Netgate. So you don't have to worry about, is there an update coming that has a problem? Will it support this? Because this is supported by the pfSense people, they're expected to be installed and have a very long life and support a long time of updates. Also, not having to worry about compatibility problems, these are the devices that pfSense is tested on. So if the hardware varies on different builds you do and you run into some compatibility problem, you could have a problem with an update. And with us, we like to install these at clients because we do a lot of the updates remotely. We don't want to have to stop in there if there's a problem with the update or have to roll it back. So going with the genuine Netgate device gives you that kind of strong feeling like, okay, this is going to work. Like, I don't have to worry about it. I can click update. And generally, I don't really have any compatibility problems with pfSense and their updates. They work really, really well. I've got a custom built server that we kind of overbuilt because we do so much testing here, and we want to push it to the limit. But this is definitely adequate for a small office and being able to run, Suricata if you want intrusion detection and a couple other features. VPN, not a problem. You got a gigabit internet, not a problem. It can handle the routing for it. So let's take a look inside. Now, once you open it up, it's pretty nice. I like the way the battery is very accessible, not soldered on. I can just slip it out and do the CMOS reset on it. Really clean design, not a lot of things on here, but we do have, which is nice, a SATA on here if you needed to run something off SATA, and we have a couple of the PCIEs. They're not labeled, so I don't have the exact specs on each one of them, but we've got 1, 2, 3 of them on here. So that's kind of slick. The hard drive itself is a Kingston, so they didn't go with one of the off-brand ones, which is nice. There's a couple other ones, and they start with the letters KIN, and they have a logo similar to Kingston, but there's some generic off-brands out there. And when you're talking about a firewall device that's going to be running for years, do you want to trust some random, I saved $20 device? We've looked at them because we were noticing how they look so much similar to Kingston. You can find these things on Amazon. Then the memory itself is over here, soldered on, which is not a problem. And, there's no expandability on memory on these, so, you get what you buy here. Like, there's no extras you're going to add to this, other than it's got the punch-outs here for Wi-Fi, which I'm assuming is so you can install a Wi-Fi card here. Now, this system, as configured, has the dual-core Intel Rangeley Atom C2358 1.7 gigahertz. It's a dual core. You've got the 4 gigabit ports in the front. That is 4 gigs of DDR3 low voltage soldered on there. Okay, I guess they do have the expansions labeled. It has 1 mSATA and 2 mini PCIe. So you actually have the ability with the mSATA to, expand hard drive if you have a need for that. Now, one of the really nice things is they're very power efficient, only 7 watts at idle. The hard drive and everything is all, one piece soldered on, no worried about loose connections. I don't mind that it's all built in because they have the expandability if that's what you need, but generally speaking, not really necessary. And these do come with a 32 gig of the onboard, so that's a 32 gig Kingston. Plenty of room for pfSense. pfSense itself does not take up a lot of space, only if you're doing a lot of logging and you need that extra storage on it to create really big logs. But at some point, get a syslog server. pfSense completely supports exporting everything to a syslog server where you can do some better analytics with other tools. So nice box though overall. I'm really impressed with it. It seems to work really well, and we've deployed these before and they're very trouble-free. So I highly recommend them. If you want the genuine article as opposed to some of the other ones, this is a great box to go with. It's a little bit more money, but like I said, with everything, you get what you pay for in life. Hope this review was interesting, and if you like the content here, like and subscribe. Or if you have questions about it, let me know. I don't have this one for very long because it's getting ready tomorrow to go into a client. But as we get them, if I do another review on them, we can add some more, answer some more questions for it. Thanks.